Hey there folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood Hildibrand Edition. In the last part, well, Shiguri got in trouble, Wolf Burglar's free again, and yeah, the past never passed. Oh, and where in the world could he be? Oh, it's you. I don't suppose you bumped into Inspector Hildibrand and told me about, have you? Making its inquiries. Ever since Shiguri got detained by the Sekisugi, the inspector's been busy looking into affairs of Master Akibono, but to no avail. Never fear, my faithful assistants, I have returned. Your unwavering loyalty to the pursuit of honor and justice and a hard-boiled egg is to be commended, my good woman. I might go so far as to say that in all my years as inspector, I have known no fan more passionate than you. But speaking of fans, during the course of investigations into darker rumors concerning Master Akibono, I received a mysterious missive I can but presume was penned by one of my many admirers. Gosh, Inspector Hildibrand, even the Far East, you've got yourself a following! Can I see it? Certainly, Nashu. That's interesting. It's definitely not written by a Hingan, but they don't seem to be too good with their Eorzean letters. Yeah, something of light. You who seeks the strongest of swords, the Sobra Sugihiro, know that I have laid claim to this most priceless treasure. If you would make it yours, meet me upon Kugane Ohasi for a duel to end all duels. Sincerely, you know who. Something of light, you say? Why, he must be referring to none other than my humble self, the one and only gentleman of light. That said, I would much rather resolve this dispute without resorting to duels and the like. But here, my friends, while I go and attempt to reason with this misguided ruffian. I'm pretty sure they wrote warrior, not gentleman. Which probably means we're talking about Arya. What do you think, Inspector? Inspector Hildibrand? What do you mean he up and ran off? Why are you still standing here? You should hurry up and try to catch him before he does something silly. Like, throw their earbuds all over the place? Because that's what I'm doing. Where are we going? Way down there at the consulate? Okay, cool. There he is. Oh, of course. So you, Arya, as you can see, I seem to have found myself in the pickle, and by pickle I mean the ground. Kugane Ohasi lies beyond this gate, but before I could pass through, I found myself suddenly accosted and inverted and embedded thus by the dear but misguided gem. The duel I must regretfully leave up to you. So after missing from Heaven's Word, Stormblood has an instance related to Hildibrand. I have been regretting trying to queue this thing. Let's just go with that. I have been severely regretting trying to queue this thing. Well, that could be a worse number. Could be infinitely worse. It probably will be infinitely worse. Oh. What? Really? That only took like a minute. What is a sorcery? Took me longer to do this when it was new. Far too long have I waited for this Oh, yeah, of course, from Kugane Castle. Silver's superhero may have brought us together, but 'twas fate that ordained we duel in something. Twist of fashion. Victory will be mine this day. And then, Samurai decides they are now the polar? Cool. Oh, Killer! Don't do this to me again. Alright, so I believe what he just used was Tank Buster. I did not expect such speed level. This is 8 of you, no less. Oh, it's just... Let's get out. Yeah. Metagiri. General AoE. Nothing sounds like a men! And ladies. And men who dress like ladies. For Yojimbo, it is Gilgamesh in time! Yes, 'tis I, the man, the myth, the legend! 'Tis I being conquered, Gilgamesh style. So, you kind of want to be stacked for right here. Kinda. Except then you don't stack and then it looks terrible and... Yeah, so those are donut AoEs after a personal AoE. You can kinda stack them. You don't want to stack too many. You can stack like 3-ish. Like your front line and back line. Dorito stack. Typical get in or stack together, otherwise you are minis. I'm gonna call down some dragon heads. You may remember the dragon heads from... Oh, not that. I just was out of that. So I'm after they go off, they're gonna do an AoE. Or hit to the end, they'll do an AoE. Another Dorito set, tiny song. Have to make sure you stack. Like, I'll put one back there. That. So you can kind of stack those. Like, you can see the safe spots in there, but it's really hard to pull them off. I have to remember how to actually play it while the sound is crazy. I've learned much and more in my time in the party, my friend. Double your fun, double your pleasure. So it goes with half. Do a proximity on both tanks here. So tanks need to make sure they spread, and you want to do this one at a time. Like a tiny safe spot in there. Oh, this one's familiar. Oh, looks very familiar. Anyways, let's take out the other embodiment here. Not smallish. Alright, how are her sing in the chaos? Yes, Sabe no Miracle! Yeah. So it's got proximity of the main tank here, so the tank goes the most aggro. And we're back. Yes, I'm skill, I'll give you that, but there's still only 2 in the fight. Alright, so you need to go where he jumps, basically. That's gonna be your only safe spot in the arena. Alright, so in chain, he is going to chain up both tanks, both healers. And they have to run, otherwise it's really strong, much like in the last time we fought Gilgamesh. So you need to make sure you free at least one of the tanks. Otherwise this gets really, really nasty because this is an instant kill and that has really high defense. So, yeah. As soon as you start seeing it go off, you just have to run if you're a tank or a healer in that part. Well, first I'm very well. I actually filled my with all my strength. Why are we breaking? Alright, so he's gonna dash to one end. Zama. Gonna do healer check, basically. I'll line down the middle. And then really go into Zano here. I'm really trying to tell this right. I feel like it's a... Also, I'm playing my garbage right now. Oh gosh. Over here. Also out because those orbs are there and they are about to murder 2 people. Luckily at this point, Rebbe just has rays. Oh wait, the Rebbe is dead. Yeah, no, I've done this where both healers dead and it's nasty. Oh. Okay. Should we like you basically have to hope you have another Rager, so Red Mage or Summoner. Your boundless mercy, beg forgiveness, please! Alright, so this actually does drop something. It drops the Yojimbo barding. Which I did not win. So yeah, barding for your chocobo. Give it a cool look. There's a ton of bardings actually. Anyway. Oh, Hildibrand's out of the ground. We meet again, Hildy. Greg? Greg! I say, you were sight for sore eyes! Ever did you come to be here in Kugane, in the Far East for that matter? Oh, well, you see, the thing about that is... I say, to think that Greg was masquerading as Jim this entire time. Indeed, I was. After Arya bested me a second time, I quit Eorzea and embarked upon a journey to distant lands, that I might hone my skills in preparation for our inevitable third bout. When I saw you had misread my carefully written words and come in her stead, I felt I had no choice but to remove you from the field forcibly. Pray forgive me my unkindness, Hildy. Now, Greg, there is no need for apologies between friends. Hey, again, I must ask though, how did you come here to be here in Kugane as a Ronin of much repute and a remarkably thin waist? I know it seems far-fetched, even insulting to your intelligence, but there is a simple and highly satisfying explanation. In my quest to hone my skills and procure more powerful weapons overseas, I neglected to budget properly for food and drink, and soon found myself bereft of both. Driven to the deathly hunger, I fell to my knees. In that instant, looked to my bosom friend, the painted rooster that offered me companionship in my darkest hour. When dawn broke the following day, I was alone once more, a sliver of strength restored by the terrible sacrifice of my comrade, whose body and soul I would carry with me ever after. But by his grace I survived for days and days until I chanced to cross paths with a stray dog. He too was clearly a victim of the slings and arrows of outrageous misfortune, and in each other we found kindred spirits, we orphans of fate. Thus I named Hidegoro, and therefore after did we travel as one, working together that we might both live to see another day. When we at last arrived in Kugane, I sought employment as a mercenary to rebuild my misspent savings and resume my search for the strongest of swords. It was through such ventures that I acquired the Zanmotto, in fact, and began to rebuild my reputation as Yojimbo. Naturally, a legendary Ronin must dress to meet the expectations of his clients, and so I assembled an outfit that would satisfy those who requested my services. Kageyama was one such client. I saw that Arya and her comrades were to be my opponent, though I quickly realized he had not paid me nearly enough. Or fool me! Needless to say, the sight of the woman who had bested me twice before was enough to rekindle the competitive spirit within me, and so when I heard tell of the Soboro Sukehiro, I knew I must claim it in preparation for our battle. The rest, you know. Truly a riveting tale. And tragic besides, for though I fought with all my strength, yet again I was defeated by the great, powerful warrior of light. As I said to you on the bridge, no more tricks. I've taken my shot and fallen short, and so I will cease my shenanigans and instead pledge my complete support to your endeavors. I might make amends for my misdeeds. And we should be glad to have it, Greg. Welcome aboard. Let's return to Nasha and share with her the wonderful news. You too, Greg. You're a full-fledged assistant now. Alright. Right. Is this back where I was? Yeah, okay. Terrible news, everyone! Whatever's the matter, Nashu? Ichiguri, especially for helping the wolf burglar escape, he's been sentenced to death by ritual suicide. This is indeed a disturbing development, Hildy. We have no time to spare, my friends, presuming the wolf burglar is in the wind. Our only recourse is to delve deeper into the hidden past of Master Akibon and uncover proof that the sword he claims is stolen was first stolen by he himself. By and conquer agents of inquiry style. Okay, where am I questioning now? Okay, fine. Well, I guess it's this guy that's like right there again. Yeah, of course it is. How Akibana or misfortune, you ask? By Pelly provided medicinal wares for all manner of purposes. From what I heard, they were remarkably effective and popular. He still enjoys a reputation as a premier source for alchemical goods. Would that I had the coin to afford such a luxurious potion and potables. His clientele spends in a visit what I earn in a month. I should be glad to speak about Master Akibana to you, albeit solely with regards to his character as a businessman. Like all who have risen to mercantile prominence, he has been at the center of rumor and intrigue. For every man who sings his praises, there's another who would curse his name. No one will divide the efficacy of his medicines, which is to be expected given that he utilizes the finest ingredients from the birthplace of alchemy, Radat Han. His satisfied customers are beyond counting. On the other hand, none can deny the exorbitant profits he reaped by tightly controlling the supply of Honish ingredients. As a competition, he is free to dictate prices as he sees fit. Unfortunately, this has led many in desperate need of his miraculous medicines to spend their entire life savings or seek assistance from disreputable moneylenders. These practices are ultimately wholly within the confines of the law, so again, as a businessman, he's to be lauded for success. I'll say nothing else moral or ethics, or lack thereof. And the back we go. Granted, to commit ritual suicide, and we either in the Irish master, but not to such a degree. Hey, tantalizing tidbits of information to share, my good woman. Come, out with it. He built his fortune selling miraculous medicines at exorbitant prices. A man in prison with sick and needy for personal gain, is he? As to be expected, there's far more than Master Akuban and the meets the eye. Inspector, we've got to hurry! Shiguru's execution is going to be carried out any moment now if we don't do something. What? Already? And I was hoping we might first conduct a thorough investigation and uncover information which we might have to convince him to set the poor man free. Absent that. There are many roads which lead to just ends. If we take a shortcut to avoid a grave miscarriage of justice, then so be it. Honor, brothers, I will not beg your forgiveness. Only pray that by this humble offering of my life, that I might absolve the Seki Segumi the shame I brought upon it through my misdeeds. What is the meaning of this? That man's an imposter! Seize him! Seize him at once! Shigure! Now's your chance to escape! I will do no such thing! I may have lost what little honor was left was mine in life, but at least I can reclaim it in death. Your honor is yours, samurai. You need not cut your belly open this day, Shigure, for you have the silver Osukahira and the infamous wolf burglar besides. But why? We had a deal, remember? Temporary release, and I'm a wolf of my word. Aye, this is indeed a silver Osukahira. Farewell! Escort the wolf burglar back to his cell and send the runner to Master Akubono's estate at once. We are far from finished, Shigure. The wolf burglar may be in custody once more, but you must still answer for your reckless actions. Therefore, after further deliberation, I've decided that you will conduct a formal investigation into the rumors surrounding Master Akebono and... That will not be necessary. Indeed, with the return of the wolf burglar, I believe we can consider this entire affair resolved. Master Commode. Oh wait, I know you. Master Akebono's guest. When the gecko threw into the wall. Surely you must be mistaken. I have no recollections of any such event, or of you, for that matter. Anyway, as I said before, I believe there is no need for any further investigation. Should you deem otherwise, you are free to proceed. However, such wasteful expenditures may force us to reconsider the resources we allocate you and yours next year. Rest assured, Master Commode, that we value your counsel deeply and should be glad to defer to your judgment. Shiguri, the Master of Silver Osukuhara and Master Akebono is now officially closed. That will be all. Yes, that will be all. Verily I, Hildibrand, the Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have once more done the impossible and saved the man from certain death. A shame that the others seem so eager to wash their hands of the affair. Not Shiguri, though. I understand he still has questions for the wolf burglar. Don't do the duperism. What? Oh, Shiguri over here! My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude, for I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after he delivered the wolf burglar into custody of Seki Segumi, Master Akebono stormed in the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. It was rather secretive regarding said contents at that time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify the manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly, however, it was no ordinary medicine. For a while, so Master Akebono clamored for it so. My keen inspector sense is tingling. Where is the satchel now? In possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let's hasten to their den of inequity. Whatever. English difficult. Let's be good. Bonjour. Je suis rinimt. That's probably about as far as I can go right now. Bonjour, by the time this goes off, I'll be better in French. lot turn up again sooner or later. Didn't expect you'd be bringing another unfamiliar face, though. No matter, I like the cut of this jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain stock will contain a certain white powder, which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Oh yes, of course they are. Soar high above and never go low. What? Kami, take me! No! This is no time for fun and games, Inspector. As above? Oh gosh. I quote whether the red rose blooms. Get low, get low, get low, get low. As above, so below. That's it. Nothing personal, but we've got to be careful. Damned if I know what is, but my gut tells me it's nothing. No honest man would keeping the lock safe. That said, suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Seek the assistance of a Honish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Thavnairian consulate? Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Thavnairian consulate, my friends! Why are you doing this to me? Back and forth. You can't simply go and bang out the gates of a foreign consulate expect to... Oh, never mind. It's all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with one of your superiors. To reiterate, have you got an appointment or not? Not as such, no. Then my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree, but this is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man! Father? What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events, too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. See, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Honish alchemist, or one with the encyclopedic knowledge of Honish reagents. How fortunate then that we should chance to meet. I'm a representative of the Sajatra concern of Razat, should you not know the name. We trade all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Mandeville and his comrades would be an honor most great. As most generous of you, far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let's not impose upon these hard-working keepers of the peace any longer. This powder is most fascinating. An ingredient of Honish origin, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather, and for this reason its sale is forbidden. In the hands of master alchemists, it could be used to create dew prism. I'm sorry? Dew prism? Most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer of the eyes, a changing of color, fleeting and impossible. By the Kami, I've seen such a glimmer before! Oh, are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too! Master Kamo is being manipulated. Oh, Well, deduce, my faithful assistant, undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, that is the most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. All makes sense now. Why else would the chief coin counter of the Sekisugumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let's put an end to this once and for all. How wonderful to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Sure, I'll take that path, I guess. Alright. Not the same spot. Let's do that. Akebono! By calling you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds. Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it? Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? But that's impossible. You'd seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself in sitting in the jail, I could escape on a whim. Well, you let bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. By escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want to repeat it before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along, to secure my freedom so we could expose Akebono's crimes together? And reclaim Sukihiro in the bargain, yet This is no small undertaking. I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let's be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Becco, off to meet with a silent partner, I'm told. Capital! If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akebono to the punch. He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There's no time to waste. Very well. If that is the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I don't also blow. Alright, what part are we going to? Down there? Alright, I'm gonna go this way then. Nice. This is mighty funny if Pluma Yurei was chilling down here. Give her the mentions in the video. This is the place I'm sure that all we have to do is wait. Father? They call me. Could it be the inspector's father's in league with Akebono? Don't be daft. Look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akebono. But to the matter at hand, the Dew Prism has served you well and met your expectations, I trust. Exceeding them, I should say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined that a drug could be so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless. The chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He has already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisegumi, more than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Silver Usuka hero is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prizes. Big Yosho, perhaps. Magistrate Akebona. Why not? All of Kugane is mine for the taking. You are more than right. You are more right than you know, Master Akebona, for I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, most illustrious Eorzean consortium of which you have doubtless heard. The resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenarn, but all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Galbert, you will serve Master Akebona faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Come before Fen. He's under the influence of Duprism. Wait, you fool! That was not the time! Father, 'tis I, your beloved son, Hildibrand! Hearken to me. These men are villains. You are being deceived! Inspector arrives as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding. This is well, and with all swoop we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon the Eorzean's most fearsome of goldsmiths. Call upon the hammer. Go and lay waste to these interlopers. Oh dear. False to you, Hildibrand, Heliodor, Maximilian Manderville. Forgive me, Father, but you know not what you do. You're a Manderville! What happened here? Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial powers. Oh, and it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with Sajrada concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we reclaim the Sorrow Sukihiro once more. Unfortunately, the dastardly Akabane would be so low to set it out aside that he would be rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. Final favor, if you'll indulge me, lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting to get me back into jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. An upstanding Sakasugumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no? Indeed, I must, which is why I will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I have seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. You sure about this? Well, if you ask me again, go to your father. Shiguri has the right of it, and you should be the one to bring your father's spirit the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad, each and every one of you. Even the samurai. Love you all more for it. Thank you. Hold fast to a righteous creed you recognize when too rigid in adherence would display in greater injustice. Truly privileged to witness this display of nuanced nobility. Would the burglar I might find the measure of peace of mourning mine own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if you only knew how sorry I am. Enkidu? How? Then what was it I ate that fateful day? Fools. Think you this the end? I think not. You belong to me now, Ronan. Now, spirit me away from this place far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Mwah, mwah, ha, ha, ha. Greg, no! Cease your regress. Beyond the rift that lies between, to wondrous worlds yet unseen. Wait, no! How dare you twist? The words are going too fast. How dare you twist the words so carelessly spoken in the heat of the moment? Mommy, this is going to get worse before it gets better. Wait for me, Inspector! Oh ho ho, there he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the skies before, this time he likes to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown, both as an inspector extraordinaire and the Manderville man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. Alright. And off goes Lord Gilbert along with Akebono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good. Then let us be off. Alright. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Sekisugumi have concluded that even before the chief encounter fell under Akebono's straw, he would willingly and enthusiastically conspire with the merchant to elicit it, and so he will be held to account. As for Akebono's now defunct enterprise, the Thetnarian consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Hanish suppliers and Hingan merchants. I'll agree that another monopoly will serve no one's interests. Regardless of the motivations, if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy, I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, is like Akebono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those force of Hazel's exorbitant prices are to be wiped clean. There was a time when I might not have thought as much good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It all seemed so simple in the abstract. Be out here, the real world, life is anything but out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay and not be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Sekisugumi, it's because of you and him. Speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildibrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, isn't it? Fair enough. If you're certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for wear, then I shall take your leave, take your word for it, and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask you to give him my best regards. Yeah, it might be an expansion or so before we see him again, but, you know, what's that saying for the wolf burglar? Wonder what he's doing now. Pay his respects to his father. What becomes of a man after death, I do not know, but I should like to believe that his father rests more easily this day. Shiguri, this is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kugane, I pray do not hesitate to call me here at the barracks. Bye! You have learned the emote, Manderville Mambo. Hildibrand will return? Good night, sweet Hildy. So yes, that wraps up Stormblood Hildibrand. So technically we're done with Stormblood. Technically. However, there's one small thing we're missing. It's called... Oh, it would help if my background was like a readable color. Color of her hair. East meets west. For better or worse. A soiree in the Sultanate. We've got job quests to do. So, in the next part, I will throw a dart at the board and pick one of the jobs and go from there. I'll probably just go up the list. Maybe I'll go down the list. I don't know. I'll figure out something. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider liking, commenting, and or subscribing. If you really enjoy, consider supporting the channel. All support greatly helps her keep being content like this and more. You can find the links for that in the description, along with links to me on social media. So thank you again for watching, and until next time, this is rinimt, signing out. Bye! Au revoir! You know, the book French trailer.